Good evening, friends of Two-Thirds Water. This is Bradley Pierrick with another update video telling you about our progress with the Tapp water filter project. So first of all, I'm excited to show you the new design for the filter. So this is the final design for Tapp. As we mentioned before, we wanted to revisit the design to change the internal component, the mechanism, to make it a bit simpler and easy to mass produce. But as we went through this process of looking at all the different ways to build the internal mechanism, we realized that with just one really subtle little change, we could actually solve two major problems of existing water filters. These are things that maybe you've encountered. The first one is to create a siphon to get the flow of water started. So I'd like to show you how this works. If we take our water filter and attach it to a hose connecting us to our container of water, normally, to create a siphon, which means using water pressure to draw water into the hose and then down through the filter, we have to fill the hose with water either by sucking water through with our mouth and then quickly trying to attach it, or by submerging the whole hose under the water and then blocking it up with our thumb and then connect it. Both of these can be a bit of a pain to get to work, and they create a mess because you end up splattering your contaminated source water all over the place, which is obviously a problem because this is the dirty water, right? So with the new Tapp design, it's really simple to create the siphon. As you remember from before, we can rotate the filter to this third position where we can pump up and down. This is the backwash function for the filter. But this backwash function can also serve to create the siphon. So if I pump up, what I've just done is draw water in through the hose into the filter. So now instead of the hose and the filter being full of air, now the filter is water at the bottom and air at the top, and when I pump it back down, it pumps the air back out, and now we're left with water in the filter. But we still have air in the hose. So if I do it again, bring water in, pump the air out, now we've got water in the filter and the hose. So if I rotate to the open position, we've just created a siphon simply by pumping it up and down 2 times. That's really all it takes. The last few air bubbles work their way out, and we're in business. The second problem that this solves is a little bit more technical. There's a problem called airlock, where if you get air bubbles trapped in the membrane, they can block off significant portions of the membrane, or even the whole filter, so that water slows down or stops altogether, just because air bubbles are blocking the pores in the membrane. So often the user won't know what's happening, they just know the filter is going really slow or it's not working at all and don't understand why. But again, with the new design for Tapp, you don't have to understand why, you just pump it up and down, and just like it clears out the air when we're trying to make a siphon, it will also clear out any air that might be blocking up the filter. So what this means for the user is that, just like before, we have the open position, the closed position to stop the water, then the backwash position to pump. And if anything goes wrong, if it's clogged up because the water's too dirty, if you're having trouble with the siphon, if you have airlock, you don't have to know the problem, just if there's a problem, pump it up and down and that will fix it. So you already know that we're just obsessed with the idea of simplicity, and we're really excited about how this simple little design change adds so much more simplicity for the user, that whatever goes wrong, it's just dead easy to fix. We've also improved the product by using a new material called Triton. This is the material that those Nalgene bottles are made out of, so it's super tough. So between these different design changes, we've gone through this rigorous process to just make absolutely sure we have the simplest, most robust water filter possible. So now our manufacturing partner is working on setting up mass production, and we're starting to delve deeper into some of the other aspects of the company. So part of that has involved, recently we've been closing deals with investors, most recently a few weeks ago, including the founder of a world-leading water company based here in Canada, a company where I used to work actually. So we were really excited about that, and we've got a number of other investors that we've closed or that we're sort of in the process with. And we're also setting up distribution agreements with some amazing charities and companies in different markets around the world. And again, if you know somebody who might be interested to partner with us, please just put us in touch. We'd appreciate that very much. So that's the update for now. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day.